Okay, Gwillem is now accompanying the party. Accompanying being a word that you can indeed use to describe the situation. Alright, do you have anything to say about this? Are you sure you don't want to join my party? Thanks for agreeing to be my sparring partners. By way of a thank you, let me tell you something interesting about the dragons. They don't grow up like you and me. See, instead when the father dies, the son inherits all his wisdom in one go. Of course, it only happens once every few centuries, so I've never seen it myself. Wonder how Gwillem's going to cope. That's... okay. It's a little dark. Do you need a hug up there, mister? I don't think that's an option. Anyway, there's a party chat. The Snuggly Dragon. Yes. This game is just playing out all my weird fantasies. You got any snacks, Adele? I'm starving here. Sorry, why don't you go hop in my bag and have another nap to pass the time instead? I can't. I'm too hungry. I think I have some dried meat here somewhere. Oh, that's considerate. You have my gratitude, child of man. Perhaps you might enjoy the honor of holding me a while. This is like the opposite of Bravely Second End Layer. In which, like, instead of every other party chat involving food or whatever, like the infinite magic pasta pot that we carry around in our bag, this is like, does anybody have food? Nope, I don't think anybody has food. But, wait, what are you? Ah, nothing like a bit of al fresco dining, eh? Heh, I never knew dragons were so cuddly. Look, I know that I make, like, furry or scaly or whatever it is jokes about myself from time to time, but this is just taking it to a whole new level. Is he really? Yeah, here, why don't you hold him for a little while? You're okay with that, right, Gwillem? Chump. Eating noises, munch munch. Knock yourselves out! I mean, do as you please, child of men. I can't do eating noises, I'm sorry. Goodness, so this is what a baby dragon feels like. Heh proper soft, aren't I? Not that I'm one to boast, of course. Would you like to hold him, Elvis? Well, if we're all having a go, then Elvis is gonna, like, drop him on the floor, isn't he? Ah, he's like a soft, lovely wee pillow, eh? You just want to wrap your arms around him and have a nice, long sleep. Alright, now you're just making it weird. Adele, I want to go back in the bag. Adele! That was everything as advertised. Okay. Anyway, as much as I like it in here, one because the visual appearance of this cave is damn cool, and two because we're surrounded by dragons, so I'm like actually at home right now. I think it's time to go back to town and time to go knock some heads together. Okay, so jokes aside, I was complaining about like the villains and the people who we were fighting, and just a lot of the side characters in general, particularly in Chapter 2. But this is good. The town itself, Rheimdall. Oh, that's the save. That's the save thing, not the teleporter. The town of Rheimdall is, like, I'm not loving the characters, the antagonist characters, but at least they make sense in terms of motivation, whereas in Chapter 2, a lot of the villains were just, like, rage. And then the one character who I actually liked, Annie Howell, didn't really get as much screen time and interesting things happening plot-wise as I really would have preferred. Still upset that she's not joining my party, but I'm also mildly upset that Martha isn't joining our party, but we'll I don't know, maybe we can have a secondary party of characters who are all the cool NPCs who are like friendly along the way, who can fight, who are either current or former asterisk holders. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's a teleporter down there. Was there a teleporter closer by? I feel like there should have been one by the door. I could always just whip out a teleport stone, but whatever. This way gives me a chance to run my mouths about what I think about the plot so far. That's the wrong way. And then of course there's not a fight that I really wanted to get into. Got a problem? Just cast Faraga on it, and then you don't have a problem anymore. There was something else. That's not the quote that I wanted to say, but I can't remember what the quote I wanted to say goes. Anyway, yeah, I am enjoying Chapter 4 so far. And to top it all off, then we can talk about the fact that, like, the dragons are, if not neutral parties in this, they're, like, edging on protagonists. At least for the section of the game, because that is something that I do not think I see enough of. And it's not to say that there aren't stories and games or books or TV or whatever where the dragons are the protagonists. I mean, I read an entire visual novel that was basically, like, furry dragon memes or whatever, and Angels with Scaly Wings not too long ago. That was 2 years ago now. But, I feel like slaying the dragon is a very tired trope, and I am not... Every time I see it, I have to roll my eyes, not just because I think dragons are dang cool, and I don't want to see them getting beat up by this and that character all the time, but I just accepted a quest without reading it. That is gone fishing. I need to defeat some Flanbaranos. Okay. I take it that's like a fish monster or something.
Here, have you heard? Yeah. Who'd have thought he'd turn out to be one of those winged nuisances? Sounds like we need to hurry.
I thought I told you to stay in the bag.
Not the time, Adele.
Stop! No! How many times? I'm innocent!
We shall let the Lord of Dragons be the judge of that.
Bishop Helio! Wait! Have you forgotten all the donations our brother here has made to good causes? Why would he, of all people, be working for fairy kind?
You dare call the judgment of your chief inquisitor into question. Not that I am surprised. If my informants are correct, this is not the first time you have done so. Is that not so, brother?
Me?
Might I remind you that to refuse to share knowledge of a sin is to be complicit in that sin?
I'm not sure if that's constitutional.
Yes, I heard her. She was talking about how the judgments are madness, and how you're awful and mistaken and wrong.
Have others witnessed suspicious behavior, perhaps? Strange goings-on by moonlight? The surreptitious spreading of wings well hidden? Come, do not be afraid to speak. Your silence on the matter is what the fairies desire.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see something.
Yeah, me too. What?
And you, brother? Have you anything to offer? A few words could go a long way to lifting suspicion from yourself. Have courage, friend. Speak the truth.
Yes, I saw her. She was flapping her wings and...
That's a lie! Why are you all doing this?
I think we had better have a little talk, don't you? Gladys, take the suspect into custody.
Where do you think you're going? You're coming with me, traitor. No! Let me go!
Stop! This is crazy!
What this is none of your business, outsider. The people of Rheimdall don't lie. They know what they saw.
Perhaps we should ask them their opinion. Well, brothers and sisters, have you any objections? Feel free to speak your minds. I think that settles the matter.
But...
Take her away.
They've got this all wrong. We need to help her.
A nice enough sentiment, laddie, but I wouldn't be so quick to go rushing in.
Something on your mind?
Helio wasn't looking at the man they had accused at all. His attention was on Margaret from the start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
So you think it was her he was after all along?
Interesting. Maybe if we ask around town, someone can tell us something.
I've so far played Dungeons & Dragons exactly once in my life, and I think just based on my reaction to every single combat encounter in this game, you can probably guess pretty well how it went. Anyway, I wonder how many more chances I'll have to savor that special flavor. So we are doing another cooking. Need some horsetail buds, wherever you get those. Alright, that's another quest. And let's see, aside from the fact that, like, I feel like a lot of stories just, when they're looking for an antagonist, they just make it bigger, give it wings and scaly horns. And, that's a rather tired trope in storytelling that I'm just not interested in. And every time someone tries to, you just don't understand girls. That makes two of us. Every time someone makes it interesting by giving the dragons actual personalities and actual motivations and such, and actual roles in the story, other than just like generic big bad that you need to poke with swords until it stops being a problem, that makes me happy, because I think that's much more interesting. Oh, this is part of that one quest. He wants to know why I got so angry. Who said I was angry? I mean, I'm just a bit, you know, Look, I saw him laughing with this other girl, and it made me feel a bit icky. That's all it was. It was no big deal, honestly. Let's just forget it ever happened. I'm sure that he will have some other contrasting thoughts on it not being a big deal, but... Sir! I see, so she doesn't like me talking to this other girl. Which other girl? I mean, there's probably 15 or 16 it could be. You're not helping yourself out, sir. Well, thanks anyway. At least now I know what's up with her. Best go and ask her who she means. I can choose not to do that, but... Wait. Oh, you meant you had best go and ask her who she means, and not me as part of a quest. You don't have anything more to say. Alright, where was I? I'm pretty sure the game is telling me that I've got to... Okay, this is the blacksmith. I thought this was like... This looked like the door to a prison or a dungeon or something like that. Anyway, the game is telling me that I have to go down there and talk to those NPCs to try and find out some information. I saw... Okay, down here, there is indeed another quest marker. Let's see, you there, whoever you are, because I can't see you behind that light post. Okay, this is going to be a cutscene quest.
Aren't you? You didn't happen to see a merchant looking a bit lost on your way here, did you? We're business partners, you see, but I can't find him anywhere. He's probably looking for me too, somewhere.
Sorry, but I don't think we've run into anyone like that.
Great. Our big important meeting's due to start any minute, and it looks like he's not going to make it. And he was so excited about this supposed wonder product he'd found over in Wiswold. I can't help fearing the worst. The last place I remember seeing him is in the Wayward Woods.
The Wayward Woods? Uh-oh.
Oh, now I've really got myself worried. I'd better go and look for him. Wait, but what if he turns up here while I'm gone? Listen, can you go and find him for me? I'll make it worth your while.
Sure. It's probably for the best anyway. We'll be right back.
Okay, the Wayward Merchant. And this is going to give me a lot of gold when I finish it. This just sounds like a generic running around, talking to people quest of sorts. I'm sure I've got to find him first. In the Wayward Woods, that was that one area that's like a big old maze. But still, it boils down to a talking to people quest. Thank God this game doesn't seem to do escort missions, because those are just everybody's favorite, you know? Anyway, do you have any political opinions of the day? No one's ever returned after jumping into the jaws of judgment, you know? I mean, of course they haven't. That's the whole... Okay, I have talked to you. You are, yeah. Gonna pretend I didn't hear any of that. Well, it might have taken Helio to point it out, but I know a fair when I see one. Winged nuisances. Okay, so you 3 NPCs have the quest markers on them, the yellow pins. If it wasn't for Helio, Rheimdall would be an awful place to live. There'd be fairies causing mischief left and right. And lastly, right under the cool camera angle, sir. I don't know nothing, I tell you. Leave me alone. Go on, clear off. Yep, certainly sounds like you know nothing. Oh, that's for sure. Okay, and Adele. I know the judgments aren't technically any of our business, but I can't just stand by and watch them happen. It's just wrong. Just let me go, knock some heads together, and then the problems will just magically go away. And then we'll probably have new problems.
How could they suspect Margaret of all people?
You know Margaret, huh? What can you tell us about her?
Well, she's Father Regian's girl. That's why I'm starting to think all this is somehow politically motivated.
Oh, now you're starting to think this is politically motivated.
I know, and a proper high-up one too. One of the favorites to get the very top job one day, so they say.
A priest, eh? He'll probably know a thing or two about this whole judgment business as well, then.
I'm not so sure it's a good time, but... yeah, we should probably go and see what he has to say.
Have there been any occurrences of, like, assassinating the guy at the top and then the problems just magically go away? Because I can't think of any, because every time that happens, there tends to just be new problems there that just swoop in to fill the vacuum. Anyway, I will try not to think too hard about any such things, because one thing will lead to another, and suddenly we'll be talking about like Nazis or whatever on this Let's Play, and that is generally not a way to make people happy somehow or another. Let's see, this is a treasure chest. Am I actually supposed to be in here? That is a jade crochet, which looks like a staff of some sort. Is that going to raise my my magic attack or anything like that? If I can make Adele's Faraga do even more damage, that would be pretty cool. I have a Rod of Ice and a Rod of Fire. Jade Crochet is indeed going to raise my magic attack by 9 points. If I were to let me just like get rid of something like that. If I were to just, what about the Gaia Rod? That will make my magic attack go up farther. If I equip that and... Okay, this seems to be the optimal combination. I have 5 carry weight left for defense, for armor defense. This will add a little bit to my magic attack. And... I guess this technically fits within the carry weight, but putting on a heavy armor on a black mage just feels a little bit weird. I think I'll just go with, because I just want to put my magic attack as high as it'll possibly go, let's go with this. Okay, my magic attack is now 25... No, it's about 10% higher. Not quite 25% higher than it was before. That's cool. Alright, Gloria, I mean Adele, I mean, I'm still getting your names wrong. You'll be doing more damage than you were before, is what this boils down to. I like that. I like it when my characters do more damage than they would be doing before. Okay. Where am I actually supposed to go then? Okay, that house. I kind of automatically went to the big old cathedral at the top of the map, because that feels like once I was filled in on the details, that feels like where I should be going if I want to just knock heads together, but again, the game is, telling me to slow down just a little bit. Alright.
Is this Father Ridian's house?
I am he. And who might you be?
That is, Look, this is going to be hard to believe, but the Lord of Dragons has asked us to help stop anybody else being made to jump to their death.
What madness is this, boy? The Lord of Dragons speaks to the Archbishop and no other. What you say is not hard to believe. It is impossible. Plain and simple. But given Margaret's predicament, perhaps it is time I gave the impossible a chance. Please tell me more. No. It is simply too much to believe. I'm sorry. Still, I doubt there can be any harm in my gathering some resources relating to the judgments for you. I shall need a little time.
Wow. Thank you.
Go to the inn. I will meet you there.
Okay, if I were you, you said meet me at the inn? I guess so. If I were you, I would have, like, chosen someplace outside of town to meet that would, like, arouse less suspicion or something like that, but... Alright, we can meet at the inn. I have a feeling we are getting close to to another round of boss battles.
You lot still here?
Great, it's Gladys.
Leave. Now. That is, unless you want me to cut you down for being shameless fairy sympathizers.
Do you really believe Margaret's a fairy?
With all the evidence against her, how could I not? She's a fairy. Which makes her one of the ones who killed my parents. When they come sneaking into our village, they have to be rooted out and captured, and, if necessary, killed. Same goes for you lot. As soon as I have enough evidence, you're dead.
That'll do, Gladys.
Sister Martha,
still sisters in arms, are we? Good. Then maybe you'll listen to me.
What are you doing here, Martha?
Oh, don't worry. I won't be in town for long. The Archbishop sent me an urgent summons, but I'll be getting back to the grotto as soon as I'm finished here. These are friends of mine, by the way.
Are you sure you don't want to join my party?
Any of them.
Yes, Sister Martha. You were lucky. This time. But I'll be watching you. And the second you give me an excuse, you're mine.
Poor girl didn't used to be like that. Her parents were friends with my dad. He was the guardian before me. We were like family.
I hate to ask, Martha, but does your being called here out of the blue not seem a little suspicious?
The thought had crossed my mind, but I can't very well ignore a direct order. And not even the Archbishop would dare call the Guardian away from the grotto for too long. I don't think we've got too much to worry about. Right, see you all in a bit.
Do you want your asterisk back just for a little while, just in case?
Must hurry. The judgments will be starting any minute.
Another one? Hey, who are they putting on trial?
What? Oh, it's Margaret. Haven't you heard? Anyway, bell's ringing. They'll be about to start.
Damn it!
Got to run. I don't want to miss the beginning.
We have combat music playing on the overworld. Alright, well, let's see. Do I need healing, for one? I could use a little bit. Okay, so can I go take a nap first? Would that be a bad time? We're in a hurry. And, okay, so I guess we're just allowed to pause the urgency just so I can take a nap. Okay. It might not be a bad idea for me to save my game first if we are indeed about to be coming up on another boss battle. I'm just gonna, like, wait here on top of this bridge, and, where's the X button? Alrighty then, so the scene of the crime is not over here. Okay, so it's farther to the right, to the east, or whichever cardinal direction we're going after now. Wait a minute. Oh, right, because there are multiple levels of bridges in this town. Okay, this is a big town. I like this town. What's that down there? I feel like I should be able to go down there and maybe steal some treasure. Can I just, like, casually hop over this railing, slide down the wall just a little bit, and then probably not be able to get back up because I didn't think that far ahead and now I'm stuck? Alright. Anyway, whoa. I am moving. Was the run speed always that high, or did it speed up as we got closer to our destination? Anyway. Is this like the prison area or something? White Mage Specialty 2, Holistic Medicine, all healing spells benefit all party members. Okay, that's what you get when you hit a level 12.
I don't care what you do to me, I'll keep saying it. The judgments are wrong. They have to stop. Someone's using them as an excuse to get rid of people they don't like. Do you really think that's what the Lord of Dragons wants?
Fairies seek out the weakness in human hearts and prey upon it. To oppose the rooting out of this wicked influence signifies only one thing. Margaret, daughter of Rydian, for the high crime of being an agent of fairy kind, you must face the unblinking scrutiny of the Master. No obvious sign of wings.
You take your hands off my daughter!
Father Rydian, you dare to interrupt the Lord's work?
You said it yourself! No wings! She's innocent, curse you!
That's the evidence that convinces you?
Proof. Concealing such a thing would be well within the means of such duplicitous beings. Brothers and sisters, fairies often employ small creatures such as cats and rats as familiars. Have any of you seen evidence of such a thing?
I saw her smiling at a bird once. Yeah, and I've seen cats over by hers loads of times.
Well, of course you have. I feed the poor little things a few scraps now and then.
There is only one way to absolve yourself of these suspicions, child. Submit yourself to the mercy of the Lord. Give yourself unto the jaws of judgment. It is the only way. If the Lord of Dragons deems you to be a true believer, you shall be saved. And if you are indeed the fairy we suspect you to be, you need only spread your wings and fly.
Lord of Dragons, watch over you! Lord of Dragons, watch over us all!
This can't be happening!
She's not gonna do it! Come on, jump!
Stop! Stay away from me!
Out of my way! That's my daughter! You can't let them do this!
Lord of Dragons, watch over us all! Lord of Dragons, watch over us all!
Go forth, child. Give yourself up unto judgment.
Margaret! No. He's still out wandering the streets, eh? Makes sense, I suppose.
I'll go look for him. Father Idion left town, on his own. Someone said he maybe went to the cave under the Jaws of Judgment.
Down to where Margaret fell.
It stretches out for quite a way under the city, apparently. And it's no place for a priest on his own.
We must go after him.
Okay, that was... I was expecting a boss battle, but it seems that we are headed for another dungeon. Of some sort or another. Let's see. Boy, the people in this town suck. I know that's not exactly a... oh, I'm supposed to go out the door. I know that's not exactly, like... news to anybody. Probably besides me, but the people in this town suck. What's this, by the way? I don't know if I've ever been in here. In hundreds of years since Ramdal was founded, it's never been invaded. If that's not proof of the Lord of Dragons watching over us, I don't know what is. All the ice and snow helps too, of course. Yeah, we've got ourselves a proper fortress up here. And you... believe it or not, this is warm for us. It's been like this for a while now. It used to be proper freezing, like 10 minutes holding a spear without gloves in your hand would be a block of ice. Alright. Tell me, how many, What was that one Christmas movie where, like, the kid licks the pole and gets stuck to it and all the other kids make fun of him because kids are awful? Don't ask me why that's the first thing I think of. I don't think that reflects super well on me. Anyway, so... This is lasting a little bit longer than I thought it would. The dungeon in which I have to go into is... over here? I did not see... oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did see this cave when I was wandering around earlier. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is where we're going now. And that loading screen was shorter than I'm used to seeing. Alright. So, we are looking for... I don't know of any not awful way to say this. I guess we're looking for dead bodies. Because that's what I have to assume is going to be found under here. Alright, the pin is pointing there. So it's probably onward. This is a treasure chest. Okay, so we are going to be, like, spiraling around the sides of this big old bottomless pit. I see. I picked up a couple darts in there. Is that... okay, I wasn't sure if that was an enemy or if that was just the silhouette of an enemy appearing through the floor. Ah, the wiki birds are back. Those things are impossible to kill. Or do anything else to, because they have very high evade and apparently very high defense. Alright, Gwillem, by the way, is now a party member, like, officially.